So we're gonna go through some movement mechanics through the shoulder. And this is gonna apply to both our pressing and rowing. So one of the things that I find is the issue in pressing and rowing is, first off, generally when people press, they don't actually think about which muscles they're engaging, right? So when they do either a bench press or a row, what'll happen is they come down, the lats are somewhat engaged, and then what happens is the lats disengage, the traps take over, and they kind of get in that forward head posture, and then they press up. So we get a lot of movement through the scapula, a lot of dumping of these shoulders. What happens is we end up building much bigger and more irritated trap muscles and neck muscles than actually keeping these lower or lat muscles engaged while we're doing a press. So one of the ways I get you to kind of feel the difference between a lat engagement when you're doing pressing and a trap taking over is shrug your shoulders up nice and high. So we get these trap muscles engaged. Now use your fist and punch the floor downwards. We're trying to pull these shoulders back and down and try to attach them to the hip. So you're probably feeling this muscle right back here engage as we're pulling that shoulder down in position. Now when we're doing any of our pressing or rowing movements, we always want to do is keep that shoulder attached to the hip when we're pressing. So a lot of times what we think about doing when we're doing like a bench press is imagine that weight's attached to the ceiling, and instead of just letting that weight come down, think about pulling it down to your chest like you're doing a row and trying to keep that shoulders engaged, or keep those shoulders pulled back and down so they're attached to your hip. So the movement should look like this versus this. And same thing with our vertical patterns too, right? We want to be able to keep that shoulder back and down as we're pulling down. We don't want that shoulder to dump forward when we pull down in our lat pull downs or pull-ups. So again, shoulders are going to stay back and down. We're going to pull and finish here, keeping those lats engaged throughout the movement. So what I want you to do is practice on any type of rowing and pulling movement that you're doing is actually keeping these lats engaged by, again, shrugging the shoulders up, anti-shrug down, pull the shoulders, try to attach them to the hip. When you're doing any type of pressing movement, that could be a pull-up, or push-up, pull-up, row, single arm row, barbell row, bench press, overhead press, any one of these pressing or pulling patterns, we always want to keep that lat engaged, shoulders pulled back and down when we're doing that movement.